What is going on, water signs? This is your girl Venus Angel here with another love reading for y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. Alright, y'all, let's see what's happening in your love lives, okay? So far, everybody's been getting some really love-related stuff. And do you know what today is? It's Venus retrograde. The 5th of October. Are y'all getting married? Well, this having to do with something legal, contracts, bindings, you know, accountability, codependency potentially, not necessarily, but more so, you know, karma, justice, balancing of the scales. There's some stuff going on. All right, there's some stuff going on regarding some sort of balance, sort of ebb and flow, some sort of give and take, you know. Ooh. Okay. Alright, the underlying energy is the 7 of Swords. Underneath that is the World. Okay, that makes sense. You have to take a risk, y'all. This whole situation is about taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, not going in with just with faith in yourself and hope. Because right now, the situation itself in the heart of your reading is another 7. You have 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. And the seven of Pentacles is like, you don't know if something's worth it or not. The challenge is finding what you feel you need, or finding what you need within yourself to commit to something, to commit to it fully again. Because at this moment, you feel like you put in a lot of work in a situation. You're starting to see probably some results, if any, right? And you're like waiting, and it's like you don't know whether or not you really want to put in any more effort or any more time into something that hasn't really gotten to where you wanted to be in the first place after all the work you've been doing. But the situation is that there is more work to be done, and it's not going to happen overnight anyway. And of course, some things that are the most desired will have to require some work. Right, but it's going to require, it's just like it's frustrating kind of energy, because you kind of feel like you've done a lot, and it's understandable. But the thing is, the challenge is more so than anything about whether or not this is something you really want to put your time and effort into. Like, you're not sure if you really want to put and invest in all that time making something happen if it hasn't necessarily happened already. The crossing thing is the 10 of Cups, right? The potential for happiness. The biggest thing is happiness here, harmony, balance, you know. 6 of Pentacles. So the challenge is this, but the obstacle is the 10 of Cups. I don't think something's over, though. That's the situation. Like, I think, yeah, it's like you don't know if you really want to continue, but at the same time, like, I don't think you're emotionally done with the situation. Like, you're not emotionally done. Like, it's not completing itself. Or it hasn't completed itself yet. It's not over. Something's not completed itself just yet. It's not quite over yet. And I feel like, yeah, that could be the challenge. Like, there's something still lingering that it needs to be completed, it needs to be hashed out. Now, in the past, I feel like the 6 of Swords was talking about moving on, transitioning, leaving something behind. You know what I mean? But you guys were doing, not taking a voyage, but like, you guys were obviously leaving something behind, letting it go. You were necessarily, moving on to bigger and better things, so to a place where you're more prosperous, not just physically, internally, right? Because you're letting go of the old habits, the old ways of thinking, the old stuff that maybe were keeping you from being able to explore different opportunities, different perspectives and things. So you did go out of your way to explore and do that. It may have been hard to do, but you did it. And now I feel like you've kind of blocked yourself off because, one, you left behind some things that you knew, and you're like trying to learn something new at the same time. You're in a situation where you're tired, you're exhausted, and that's why I said you're frustrated, because you've come a long way, and you have this wall up because you're just you're feeling very defensive, but you're not necessarily giving up because you know that there's something here. You're close to getting to this 10 of Cups, but it's like you're exhausted, you're tired, you don't really see you don't really see the progress that's been made. You don't feel it, rather. It's more of like, it's almost like, it's not like you don't want to see it, obviously, because I feel like y'all do. You just don't feel it, because right now you've been doing a lot, and it's exhausting, and you don't know if you have the strength within you to do it, but you do. You have, this is the last card before you get to the 10 to complete the cycle out. You're very close to the ending of a cycle, but there's a lot more work to it. But I think that's the thing, right? Obviously, you don't know if that's what you want to do, and I feel like, but this is something you do want. The Nine of Wands. If he wanted to leave, there would be nobody in his card. But this is like, you know, he was like, yeah, I've thought about it several times, but you know what? I'm almost done. I'm literally practically there. I just need to hold my guns, stand my ground, and keep pushing, keep doing my best, keep being me, keep working hard. And I feel like then you'll gain a new perspective. There's something here, right? You're not ready to break up yet. You're not ready to do something yet. You're not ready yet, but you will be ready to do whatever because you have a new perspective. You have clarity in a situation. And it'll be victory too, because this is Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is victory. And I feel like whatever it is, it's like, that's like, you don't know if you want to do it anymore, but you're not really ready to break up, right? So you're like, it feels like you're not just also like being asked to take a risk and kind of just keep pushing forward, keep, you know, just trust, you know, that you'll be able to figure it out. It's very uncomfortable, you know, going out and doing something that's outside of your comfort zone, but maybe has benefits. But at the same time, it's like you may be trying to avoid situations, or you've just been out of commission for a while because you're so tired of the situation happening. You're so tired of something happening. Like you're going through a transition, you're like, gee whiz, okay. But I feel like you get more of a perspective. I feel like you have a, you know, something comes into some sort of perspective. I really do. I feel like you got you gain a new way of communicating, a new way of thinking. And I think a new truth that you can really use for the benefit of your building of relationships. You know what I mean? So, which will explain the King of Swords is in your goal ambition, y'all. Okay? Because, like, seriously, like, the King of Swords knows his truth, knows what he wants. And right now, it's like y'all are just kind of like you're teetering the fence of either way. You don't want to leave. You don't want to give up. You know there's something there. You know there's something that's not quite finished between you and this individual. You know, but at the same time, you don't know if you really got it in you to continue to keep fighting. You'd be beat down. You're exhausted just doing all this mess. And it's like, just honestly, do the best that you can. You know, if you need to state your boundaries, if you have to, because if someone is trampling about your boundaries, which I don't think that's the case. It's just more of somebody being very difficult, I feel like. There's a lot of patience that's involved, and you don't know if you have the patience. That's the thing. You know, if you don't have the patience because you've been doing this for quite a long time, and this is kind of an ongoing thing, and you're like feeling the end so close, but you're ready yourself. And just be honest with yourself, right? You don't have to make a decision. The King of Swords does know what he wants. He knows what, you know, he knows his truth. But that's the thing, right? What are you getting from the situation? What is the most things that you're getting from the situation? And I feel like you just kind of find your truth and stick with it. You know what I mean? What does that mean? Like right now, it just kind of feels like you want in, or you want in, and you want out, all at the same time. But I guess figuring out why you know, what can convince you to stay, and at the same time, what is you know, urging you to leave? What is urging you to, you know, to just say never mind? Understanding that it's good clarity for the self anyway, and it makes situations like this a lot easier to go through. But more so than anything, I feel like this Seven of Swords, this is the reason why this reading is coming up, has to do with risk, has to do with probably something you've been in denial about, which has to do with the world, some sort of completion of a cycle. Maybe something's ended a long time ago, and you're not sure if you're ready to give up on it yet. Maybe like you've been ready to give up for some time, and you're just not necessarily like. I think like there was a new cycle that came up, a new situation, new phase, obviously because the world passed by. But now it's like you don't even know, man. I guess like, so I get you. It's like it's kind of confusing. It's like that hard, really weird feeling of like, okay, I want to be here, but I really do not, because I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm just kind of walling myself off, keeping distance from everybody, because y'all not interacting with people. You've been going through some stuff, especially with your relationship. It's hit a really rough patch, and you're just like, But you, at the same time, I can tell this is saying break free from the wall as well, because it's like saying come back out of hiding, break free and be the you that you know that you can be for yourself. You know, in a way, the king of swords fights for himself, and this is what it's all about. Don't hide away, because right now you're not necessarily going anywhere, but you know, spinning your wheels, like just kind of going in circles, like a pinwheel. And right now, is what you need to do is connect with what you want. Connect with your truth. What is your truth about the situation? What is your true essence about the situation? What is your stance on it? You know, and then just stick to your guns, right? Because the King of Swords also could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you could be dealing with, but then of course they don't have to be. This is this is just the energies that it lends. You know, the signs lend their energies here, but the thing is the most. I feel like this could be you guys is like mastering, you know, what you know about yourself. Okay. You know, being very clear on what it is that you're in this for, more so than anything, and then sticking to it. What are you looking for? What you're not looking for? That is how you build your truth, and that's how you know whether or not this is a relationship that you can stay in or not. If this person can deliver or this person can't. You know, and like when you have this new perspective, you know, you give it time, see where it goes. And if it doesn't, right, then you know this may not be this may not be it for you. But if it does, right, then you're like, okay, cool, we can make it work. That's the work that may need to come in, right? Knowing your truth, knowing what you're standing for, because this is about remembering why you started this thing from the very beginning anyway. Because you feel defensive, you balling stuff off, and like you came into this passionate, excited, knowing what you're going for, ready and pumped to make this thing a reality. But now you've walled yourself off. So it's like, what brought you here in the first place? Remember. And if it's changed, what's changed? What in create, go after that. All right, family, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Thank you so much for tuning in. This Venus retrograde for everybody is going to be crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and try and meditate. Love y'all to death, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, y'all.